in the underneath the rib cage, and this really hurts. Watch the face of Adorno when he gets hit. Look at that look on his face. You can see the pain. He's trying to mask it.
Round 3, Ray Ontiveros in the corner of Juarez telling Rocky, don't throw so many punches. Don't waste your energy. Relax. Throw those body shots. Set up the right hand.
Yeah, he said, too. He said, you have plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Just work slow and work properly.
Round 3, it is scheduled for 4 featherweights. Juarez coming off a big second round.
Hey, no punching, no punching. Step back. Way to go. Way to listen.
I'll be surprised to see he's not gone right back to that left hook to the body yet.
Juarez told us he didn't see tapes of Adorno. Sometimes they're not necessary. He really does talk like a pro. He said he once watched the tape of a German opponent when he actually fought him. The guy fought a different fight. How many times have we heard pros tell us that?
Yeah, sometimes it's happened. I've done it myself where I've zeroed in on one thing and a different guy shows up, and it takes quite a while to make the adjustments.
We are in a working corner. To the right of us, our immediate right, is the Adorno corner. So you can probably hear Victor Ramirez in company.
This wild right hand, excuse me, left overhand left by the southpaw Adorno. Landed on Juarez. Had a little more success in this round, Adorno, but not a lot.
Juarez stalking Adorno. He just won't let him off the hook. But Adorno's game. But he's missing. Missing with that left hook. Good duck under move by Juarez.
They go of each other. You can work.
Adorno being trained by the head coach of the Puerto Rican amateur team. You see he's got certain skills, but certainly not in the league of Rocky Juarez.
Adorno, you see, too, he wastes a lot of energy. He swings wildly, misses, separates his arm from his shoulders from his body, takes something off his punches. Has a reasonable defense and some nice range, and I think has potential if guided properly.
Juarez taking the starch out of Adorno with those heavy body shots. And he continues to make Adorno backpedal as Juarez presses the attack.
Right now, little cat and mouse feelers with the jabs. Southpaw to righty. Jabs meet. Both looking to load up with a power shot.
Occasionally, Adorno will score to the body, but those punches don't seem to have much steam behind them. There's a good right hand by Juarez. Missing though with that combination. Just no pop behind those Adorno punches.
You see, they're a long ranger on the tail end of punches that are separated from his body, and there's no power left.
As we head for the bell, round 3, with 1 remaining.
Time.
You're not listening to what I said. I want you to go to that body. You got to just set him up with a jab. You can break into the left of the body. This guy does not like body shot. You can't stay in there with this guy. You understand? You need to go outside, box this guy, and break in. He's putting his weight on you. All you're doing is getting care of this guy's
Corner, 4th and final round. We're going to touch him up in the middle.
One of the signs of a good young pro, working the body, comes up top and digs that left hook to the body. And the right hand. There's that left hook again. That's the one that hurt Adorno before. He really is trying to stay to the body and mix it up and down. A little later on, you see the measuring with the right hand. Again, tries to throw it to the body and comes back with the left hook. That's a mark of an accomplished amateur making the transition, staying with body work, not disregarding the body.
As mentioned, arguably the most talented American fighter from the 2000 Sydney Games. They touch gloves for the 4th and final round in the pro debut of Olympic silver medalist Rocky Juarez. And you hear the chants in the background of Rocky. But as mentioned earlier, not named for the fictitious movie character played by Sylvester Stallone, but for the great Rocky Marciano in tribute to him.
Keep him out in front, guys.
Real name, Ricardo.
Out in front, baby.
They want more body shots. You may have heard Ray Ontiveros saying to Juarez. Set it up with the jab.
They're both kind of measuring and hesitating. There was a couple of misses by Juarez and a couple of misses back by Adorno. Very awkward style for us to face in a pro debut.
Juarez 145-17 is an average. Lost in controversial fashion in the final to a fighter from Kazakhstan. I told you earlier that tragically passed away in a car accident New Year's Eve. So he had to settle for second, Juarez.
One of the things Juarez is not probably following enough of right now is his jab. If he comes in behind a double, even a triple jab, instead of just a single jab, he might be able to close that gap and get inside with his power shots, which we see he's trying to do, but not quite accomplishing.
Halfway through the fourth and final round.
Again, a straight right hand to the body, staying with his body punches.
Sticking to the plan, Rocky Juarez. Juarez making Adorno miss. Little quick trigger right hand there by Juarez.
A nice lead right hand, but no left hook behind it. He had Adorno's head up in the air, but failed to follow up.
The final minute of the final round. Is there anything that you would like to see Juarez do more of here?
I think just coming in behind a double, maybe even a triple jab here. What he has to do is shut down the distance. There's a long arm and a little bit more, not just reach, but height by Adorno, and he leans out. So he adds to that. He needs to step in, get Adorno bound, and then unload with the power. He has the strength. He's just not getting close enough to land well.
Good body shot with the right hand there by Juarez.
And he followed with the left hook, but didn't come upstairs. And I thought that it might have been real effective. He did get Adorno's hands down.
Adorno trying to slither away a little bit on the slippery side there. Adorno able to elude some of those shots. As we hit the final 10 seconds of the last round.
See, they banged heads right there, Steve.
Let go of each other. Oh, nice job.
And that's it. Rocky Juarez against the southpaw Pascali Adorno of Puerto Rico, and looks like an easy decision victory for Juarez.
Good job, kid.
So overall, what do you think of Juarez's performance?
I thought his performance was very good. I thought he stayed with his body plan most of the fight. He maybe lacked on the jab just a bit, but he threw nice combinations. And, you know, the opponent he had here was a very awkward fight for the first fight. Pro debut against a difficult southpaw that's very rangy, wiry.
You heard him in that one body.
He's got a strange style, though. It's very hard to explain to people who have never been in the ring that guys that lean like that have them long looping shots, wide, wiry shots that come from any angle. Very hard to combat.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this installment of Showtime Championship Boxing, part of the Showtime free preview weekend. To continue viewing exciting world title action, exclusive Hollywood hits, and critically acclaimed original pictures and series, order Showtime by simply calling 1-888-SHOWTIME. That's 1-888-SHOWTIME. Well, it was showtime for Ricardo Rocky Juarez tonight here at the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, as he awaits his first professional decision, doing some posing for some of the ringside photographers. Very engaging, affable, likable young man out of the north side of Houston, Texas. Loves kids, wants to see himself as a role model, and says, don't worry, I'll have a world title in 3 years. Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards, and we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Malvina Lathan scores about 39-37. Judges Harold Gomes and Frank Lombardi both scored about 40-36. All three in favor of the winner in his professional debut, Rocky Juarez.
So a memorable night for Olympic silver medalist Rocky Juarez. He makes his pro debut in successful fashion, defeats Pascali Adorno of Puerto Rico. Just 20 years of age, Juarez, and the man considered by many as the best of the 2000 U.S. Olympic team, and is on his way.
I thought it was a clean shutout, Steve, but one of the judges actually gave a round to Adorno.
Coming up next, you will see 17-year-old junior welterweight hotshot Juan Diaz, as he looks to remain undefeated, taking on Brad Jensen. We'll take you into the dressing room of Juan Diaz at age 16. A year ago was too young to qualify for the Olympics, so he turned pro. He's compared as a fighter to a young Tony Ayala, El Torito. Diaz has that baby bull quality, not yet physically defined, as you'll see, but he's only 17. And there he is, doing a little sparring, getting ready. Young Juan Diaz. We're set for post-fight reaction from our last bout. Let's swing it on up to Tim Smith in the ring. Tim.
Thanks, Steve. We're standing here with Rocky. Rocky, have you ever thought about just dropping the Y from your last name and just go with Rock? Because you did a lot of body work. You were demolishing this guy to the body. Started in the second round.
Well, the guy was tough going into this fight. He surprised me big time going into the fight by my fighting southpaw. I expected to fight a right-hander, but